Hey everybody, what's going on? So I want to do a review of the new Pop Rocks vinyl figures that are out now for Guns N' Roses. So there's only three of them available. There's a Duff McKagan, there's an Axl Rose, and then there's also a Slash as well. So I'm going to just do an unboxing as well as show you some details on the figures and give you my thoughts on whether I think they're worth the money. I bought them from GameStop or EB Games. They have a pretty extensive collection of Pop Rocks figures there, or you can get them off Amazon, or you can just get them from the official website. These ones retailed for about $13.99, or sorry, $12.99 a piece, which is not a bad deal. But let's take a closer look at it. So let's look at the Axl Rose figure first. So the actual Axl Rose box, it just says his name on it. It's got number 50. If you actually look at the back of it, you can actually see like little, actually on the side, sorry, you can see like little roses etched in the background, which is kind of cool. And then the back just shows you the different figures. You've got, the three main members, and it's also got a link to Guns N' Roses website. So let's open this up and see what you get inside. So this is the actual Axl Rose figure. It's kind of an old school look for Axl. It's actually kind of one thing I've noticed with these figures is that they're a mishmash of different eras of Guns N' Roses. This one is like Axl from 1992, the show he played in Paris, where he had the jersey and then he had the kilt from like another show, and then he's got the bandana. And then he has the sunglasses on top of the bandana. And the sunglasses on top of the bandana, I think was more of an 80s look for Axl, not so much a 90s look from what I remember. And he's got the exact same mic stand that he used back during the Use Your Illusion era, along with like the oversized microphone cover as well. And it looks like it's like a stubbly version of Axl, where he had the heavy beard during the European part of the Use Your Illusion tour in the summer of 1992. They've also got some nice little details, like you can see the tattoo on his arm with the appetite for destruction. And then he's also got the belt buckle as well. And the detail is pretty good on here. It looks pretty good. I don't really have any issues with like the painting or anything like that. It looks like they had some really nice attention to detail. Let's move on to the next one. I think looking at them, I think Axl's probably my favorite out of all three of them. And it seems like it stands pretty good. So let's look at the Slash one next. So, as I said before, the Slash one, actually, let's maybe look at the front, the packaging first. So, it's pretty much the same as what you saw with the Axl Rose packaging. It's got the band members, and then it's got, the roses in the background too. So let's open this up and take a look at what Slash looks like. I'm hoping these aren't worth something someday, because somebody told me you're not supposed to open the packaging up, but so yeah, looking at the Slash figure, it's kind of another mishmash of two eras of Slash. Like, this isn't current Slash because he's smoking, but he wears a lot of tank tops, and it's just something you see a lot, Slash wearing a lot these days. I'm kind of surprised they went with this look. I thought they'd maybe go with like a leather jacket kind of look, which would probably have been more representative of what Slash typically wears. It's got his, Gibson guitar. He always uses the Les Paul. The one thing I've noticed is that there's only 3 tuning knobs. I always thought there was like 4 tuning knobs on the guitars that Slash plays. He's not wearing his leather pants, which is pretty signature. He does sometimes play with ripped pants. I've seen it, here and there. And of course, it's got his curls and the top hat as well. And it's got the nice the belt buckle around his top hat as well. And, they did another good job with this. They even got the Slash tattoos. If you can kind of see it, he's got the Slash tattoo on his right arm. And then he's also got like another one that's sort of tucked on the left side behind his hair. The only critique I have with this is that they don't have any of his jewelry, like his bracelets. Slash is always known for wearing bracelets. There's nothing to speak of here. And it's kind of weird. And it's kind of weird on the knuckles here. They kind of have like, I don't know if just the paint job went bad, but you can see here it's kind of like dark in a few spots. But yeah, there's no jewelry, which is kind of strange because Slash is kind of known for that too. But other than that, I'd say, the Slash figure looks pretty good. It's got his Converse sneakers or tennis shoes he normally wears as well. The Slash figure seems like it stands reasonably well. Not as good as the Axl one. Let's look now at the Duff one. So the Duff one is kind of like a mishmash between two eras of Duff. It looks more like the current version, his current look he's got going on, the short hair. He's pretty, in pretty good shape. But the thing that's kind of weird is Duff doesn't really wear sunglasses. That's kind of an old school look for Duff back when he was like an alcoholic and stuff. I don't really recall seeing Duff wear sunglasses in any of the reunion shows or even over the last 10 years in like when he was in Velvet Revolver or Loaded. So let's so this is the Duff McKagan figure, and he's got the sweatband on the wrist, which you see Duff wear every now and then. It's got the Loaded tattoo as well as he's got another tattoo up here. Don't really remember what he's got a tattoo of. He's got a few other tattoos here as well. The one thing I was kind of disappointed with his base is that they don't have LAMF written on it, and I don't know if it's this small that Duff has it written on, but it would have been kind of nice. It's also got his necklaces too. That was one thing I will say about the Slash model they're also missing, is that Slash always wears necklaces. They don't have that or any of his bracelets, which I feel like probably makes this, it knocks it down a few points for me. But the Duff one, they've got it. They got his cross, they got the muscle shirt he's always wearing, and the shoes. And, the paint job seems a bit better on this one. There's not those random black spots you saw in the Slash one. And so he's also got the sweatband on the left-hand side too, and this one stands up, pretty reasonably well as well. Let me just move those further back so you guys can see it. There's the Slash, and then the Axl is right here. It should be the front of the band. The thing that's kind of disappointing with these is that there's only 3 action figures. There's no Izzy, there's no Steven Adler, and I'm sure because of whatever is going on behind the scenes, these 3 guys are really the main Guns N' Roses partnership. They're the ones who make all the business decisions really at the end of the day, it seems like. So nothing happens with Guns N' Roses unless these 3 guys sign off. I don't know what happens with Izzy and Steven, but it would be nice to have the other 2 members included as well. I think these action figures are really cool. I wish there was maybe a little more attention to detail, especially for the Slash one. But as a Guns N' Roses fan, it's really cool to have these because you really don't see a lot of Guns N' Roses merchandising like this around. You see like coffee mugs and stuff and t-shirts, but it's rare you ever see action figures like this. So I think if you're a Guns N' Roses fan, you should definitely check these out. I do think that the couple things that bring it down for me is the fact that Duff has sunglasses on, and the fact that Slash is missing some of his essential accessories like the necklaces and the bracelets as well. So that does it for my review. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on this. Comment down below and let me know. And as always, guys, if you want to stay up to date on the latest Guns N' Roses news, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Take care.